Hi, I'm Brianna Hetherington.
I'm Jen Hatcher.
And I'm Kat Gottlieb.
Welcome to the Conscious Creator Community Podcast. We are over the moon excited to share our wisdom, experiences, and valuable insights to becoming the best version of yourself. All right, welcome back to another soul-nourishing episode of the Conscious Creator Community Podcast. I'm your host, Brianna Hetherington, and today we're diving deep into the energy we carry, how it shapes our reality, and most importantly, how to release what no longer serves us, and how to raise our vibration to match the life we desire to create. If you've been feeling just energetically drained, heavy, or just off, this episode is for you. Today, alongside myself, is two incredible hosts, my dear friends, Kat Gottlieb and Jen Hatcher. We're exploring 4 powerful techniques to clear negative energy and elevate your state of being, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So let's dive into technique number 1, practice mindfulness. We live in a world of constantly demanding our attention, constant chaos, and outside noise. Our energy flows where our attention goes. Mindfulness anchors us into the present moment, our true source of power. Mindfulness is the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something. So I want to share 2 books that really helped me understand the importance of mindfulness. One book is called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And this book is all about that voice in your head. We all have 60,000 thoughts a day. And that voice that we keep hearing, well, not everything it tells us is true. So really being able to understand and be the awareness behind that voice in our head. So I highly recommend it, The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Following that, the book that I read next was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And this, I really never understood, what is the present moment? What do you mean by that? And really, this book taught me that so often we're conditioned by our past and we're constantly repeating the thoughts of the past. And we're never present in the moment. We're always thinking about the past. And if we overthink about the past, it can lead to misery and depression. Now, when we're in the future, we're constantly in a state of anxiousness. We're thinking about what's going to happen next or what we're excited about, and it gets us anxious. The way to anchor us down is to focus here and now in this extraordinary present moment. And I'm so grateful to be here with both Kat and Jen doing this episode and talking about the present moment. So I want to just ask each of you a question. And Jen, I want to start with you. How has mindfulness helped you recognize and release energy that wasn't yours to carry?
That's a really, really great question. So for those who don't know, quick history of Jen. I used to be a people pleaser, and I grew up in a world where I was very in tune with, as well as reactive to, what was happening with my people around me. Like, to this day, I'm one of those people who walks in a room and I feel the room before I even necessarily make eye contact with people, right? Another word I've heard for that is empath, and like there's a lot of different things, but you need to know that about me when I'm going into answering this, because most of my life I was carrying and absorbing energy that wasn't mine to carry. and it wasn't mine to hold, and it gets really, really heavy. Um, One of the things with mindfulness is just paying attention to like my own emotions and where I am and what are the things that are triggering to me, right? Because you can be having the best day in the world and you're flying high and your vibe is way up here and you feel amazing, and then somebody or something happens and it's like, and before I started practicing mindfulness, I didn't pay attention to when that switch or that trigger happened. So mindfulness helped me to start to cue into what are things in my environment, or that are part of my world that are causing me to feel like it's really heavy and like I'm carrying a weight. So it allowed me to be aware, if I can make it that simple.
That's amazing.
Absolutely.
I think I love that you bring up the idea of empaths, and I think a lot of people who struggle with these ideas, they don't like, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel so heavy right now? But when you start to recognize that a lot of that is you're just taking in so much information about your environment and the energy of the other people that are around you. So when you can become aware of that, you can start to build protective boundaries around your own mental and emotional health.
Well, Kat, for those listening that do feel overwhelmed and stuck in those mental loops, you know, and what's one simple mindful practice that you'd recommend that they started today?
Well, I think what I would encourage them to do is to listen to Dr. Joe Dispenza, because he talks about a lot of the mental loops that are like ruts that we have carved into our neural pathways. I mean, they're literally programmed into our thought processes. Yeah. So for those who feel like, why can't I stop thinking about this stuff? Well, some of that's legit. It's like literally in your synapses and in your neural pathways of your brain. The good news is they can be reprogrammed. And you can do that, and it is life-changing. The amount of freedom you realize you have by being able to reprogram your thought processes. So he has a wealth of information about this. The thing that I'm sure we're going to be talking about soon is meditation. Meditation is such a good thing for this. It literally is the thing that starts to reboot your brain, recreate neural pathways intentionally. The other thing that I would encourage people to do is just take like a sticky note and just put the word now or whatever word you like to use, stick it on your like laptop or wherever you work. And every time you see that, just take a breath. Take a breath in, hold it for a second, and then breathe out, fully out of your lungs, just in that moment, and then just register. Ask yourself, what do I see? What do I hear? And just that 30-second practice that you do throughout the day will start to help build that habit of registering where you are in your current environment.
I love that, Kat. That is fantastic. And Dr. Joe Dispenza is an absolute favorite. If you haven't read Supernatural, I highly recommend it. And when you really look at the neuroscience, it shows that mindful practice reduces activity in the brain's fear center and stress center. And it increases the gray matter density in the prefrontal cortex, areas responsible for emotional regulation and self-awareness. So the more that we can get into that state of being, the better we're going to feel, the better we're going to become. So that leaves us with technique number 1, practice mindfulness.
Hold on, I'm going to be a super dork really quick. You knew I was coming, right? So, Kat, if you're seeing a Post-it, I'm a Post-it fanatic. I mean, fanatic might be a little aggressive, but I'm a Post-it fan. So, right on my computer, I looked at it as you were talking, got this huge smile on my face. My word is yes. So that's my word to be present. Yes. Yeah. So I
love it.
Yes written all over my house. Like I took a dry erase.
And we got to tell the listeners they can buy their own Yes mug.
Yes,
By
you
the way,
can.
let them know.
Right on
Sorry.
our website, you can buy Yes mugs. There's stickers, there's really cool things. But yes is my word. That for me, not only is it like cueing into being present, but also to put a positive spin on where I am and what I'm observing right now. So for me, it's yes, be present and like mindful and go for the positive, particularly if you're working on rewiring your brain.
Yes.
Go for the positive. So I had to add that because it's here and Kat talked about it and we've got the mug. I mean, but yes, let's go on to
Yes.
part number 2.
Technique number 2. So use movement to release energy. Emotions are energy in motion. And if we don't move it, we store it. Whether it's a simple walk in nature, yoga, jogging, a little dance session, or shaking out tension, movement is medicine.
Yes.
Exercise, yoga, get out there, do what brings you joy. Physical movement, essentially a robotic exercise, reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression by increasing dopamine, serotonin, and endorphin levels. So I really want you to think about what movement can do for you and how you can show up for yourself. Even if it's just 15 minutes a day, it can be highly impactful. So Kat, you've spoken a lot about the mind-body connection before.
Yeah.
Can you share a moment when movement helped you walk, and shift your energy and your perspective?
I have been, since I was, a young teenager, walking and running has been my thing. And what I like about it, especially if I can do it without distractions. So I'm a solo runner or walker, because I don't want to chit chat. I want to get inside and be introspective. But there's something about the repetitive deep breathing and movement that, like you just said, Brie, like releases the hormones, and it opens our thought processes. And I kind of have to admit, it's kind of funny because there are times that like I'll be on like a 5 or 10 mile run, and you're getting into this, it's almost a meditative state with the breathing and the movement. And you get into your head because you don't want to be thinking about my legs are tired or my lungs are tired. So you go into your head, and it's amazing how trippy it can get because I come up with ideas. I'm like, I am a genius. Like there's such good ideas that I'll stop and I'll record a voice memo. And then when I get home and get like back down to normal, I sometimes replay it. And I'm like, what was I thinking? I don't really know. But then other times I'm like, I have come up with some of my most profound ideas in that mind space. So I think a practice of movement accompanied by solitude and silence is when you can really go inward and just really have amazing, trippy experiences, wholesomely. And so I think to me, that's what one of the things I love about a movement practice is just that connection to that otherworldly thing that it happens when you do it. So that's what I think.
Love that. And Jen, for our listeners who sit at a desk all day or feel disconnected from their body, what's a mini movement ritual they can build into their day to release this stuck energy?
Okay, I have a couple ideas here. I'm sure we're all shocked by that. Idea number 1 is, regardless of how much you sit at your desk in a day, somewhere in your day you are getting up to go use the restroom or the powder room or whatever we want to call it. Biology still functions, right? So something that I personally do is when I get up from my desk, I will do like 10 squats, or I'll do some wall push-ups, or I'll do something just to get those micro movements in there where you're like, oh yeah. I mean, I usually do more than 10 squats, right? But even 10, if I'm in a super hurry because I'm got another meeting. Like, you can feel your muscles work and reconnect with your body. So I keep a kettlebell outside my restroom door down where my office is, because you can also throw out, like, some, I don't know, some burpees really quick or something. So you can build in these micro motions. Another thing that I've done, I particularly do this in the winter, because seasonal depression is a very real thing when you live where it's cold and snowy and gross and you get to February. I have one of those mini trampolines that I bought for like $30, and I'll go and I'll like set the timer for a minute, and I'll jump for a minute on the mini trampoline between meetings. And jumping is one of those things that's really, really good for you, especially for your joints as you get older. It essentially helps keep them lubricated, if you will. So mini trampoline. And then number 3, if I have, let's say, 5 minutes, I will dance party. And I will, if my daughter's home, she'll come dance party with me. And my favorite dance party song right now is Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home by Miranda Lambert and Elle King, because it just got this great beat coming in, like boom, 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 boom. And you just dance partied out and you feel so good and your heart rate is up, and then I'm smiling. So those are 3 things I personally do, even though I sit at a desk all day, just to like reconnect with my body and feel my heart rate and know my muscles are there and I'm not neglecting them entirely.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Those are great ones. I love the trampoline. But yeah, micro motions. Yeah. I mean, do what feels good for you. Get some movement. All right. Let's move it along to technique number 3. So surround yourself with positivity. Why is your inner circle so important? The people, the spaces, the content we constantly are exposing ourselves to either lifts us up or it depletes us completely. Protecting our energy starts with what we allow into our field. So one interesting stat that I found was up to 95% of your success and your failure in life is influenced by the people you habitually associate with.
Isn't that amazing?
Which is just like,
yeah,
huge,
just wild. And you think about, Jim Broad said this years ago. He said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And it turns out research shows we are deeply influenced by the closest people to us, affecting our thinking, our self-esteem, our decisions. And essentially, this is our inner circle acts like a mirror and a mold, reflecting back who we are and who we're becoming. And so I think this is a very important thing for us to discuss. Who are you allowing in your space? And how are you feeling around these people? So, Jen, I want to ask you, what boundaries have you set digitally and personally that have helped you keep your high vibration?
Yeah. Number 1, boundaries. Enforcing boundaries at all is step number 1. That has been part of it. I have let's start with digital, because I think that's slightly shorter. I have unfriended people. I have blocked people who are energy vampires and don't understand boundaries. Digitally, it's easy to do, and you don't have to be as aggressive as me. You can even unfollow people. Like, there's people who I just don't align with anymore. Maybe we used to be friends and maybe we used to be aligned, but I don't vibe with you anymore. So I don't need to follow you, and I don't need to give you my energy either. I think in this digital age, we feel like we need to give to everybody and also include everybody. And, the more followers you have, like, that's an indicator of how successful or how positive your life is going. And I don't agree with that philosophy. So I'm actually taking the opposite approach where I'm skinnying down that level of influence of what I'm allowing to give in my world. And then personally, kind of the same thing, right? Like, if you're not adding positive value to my world, I'm not making effort to connect with you. We might not be connected in any way. Even my Christmas card list. I know this sounds crazy because, you know, I'm a real nice gal from Wisconsin, so I want to send Christmas cards to everybody. And I spend a gazillion dollars on it every year. Like, I love Christmas cards. But I looked at my list this year and I'm like, dude, I haven't talked to this person in 5 years or 10 years, or I don't even know who they are. They're on a list I inherited that I'm supposed to send to. Like, why am I putting that effort out? And so it's okay to be, I'm going to use the word selfish, and really think about your energy and what you're willing to put out, and also what you're receiving, and if that is aligned with your vibe. And if it's not, put up those boundaries.
Yeah, totally. I think that older I get, and you know what? I just want to say it's not being selfish, it's being self-care-ish.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's all about, you can give more to the right people when your energy isn't dissipated.
Yes.
So it's really about saying, I want to curate my energy and apply it to what's most valuable to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Well said. Yeah. And Kat, you move around a whole lot. So how do you consciously curate like your environment, whether it's at home or social or media,
Yes.
even in your friend group, to reflect the energy you want to live in?
I totally believe in this, and I've done this for years and years, but I believe that we should envelop our environments in very intentionally. So if you are chasing some big goals, have the successful attainment of that goal around you as reminders of what you want. I've also used feng shui a lot when I put furniture in my home. I use it for any fixes I want. Like if you want to accumulate abundance, I've used this for, gosh, I bet 15 years. There's strategic places you can frame coins, for example, and you hang them in your house. I mean, I feel that it's not woo-woo, it's psychological. It's like just reminding us of what our goals are, what's our priorities, and including the people who are priorities. And it's just about immersing like my energy in the direction that I want to resonate in. And it's for people who are just trying to wrap their brain around what I'm suggesting here, it's kind of like that idea of, build it and they will come, meaning create the existence that you want and start to craft that in your life in every physical way that you can. It's maybe a better way of saying it is fake it till you make it, but I want to change that around. Instead of fake it, practice it until you can make it your existence.
Love that. Love that.
And I also think when it comes to like friends, I think it's natural attrition is what it's called. Meaning I give all of my attention to the people who I feel are the right, like you use the word, Brie, mirror and a mold. I love that because the people around you mold you into who you are. So I want to pour my energy into those people. And then the attrition part is then it just naturally starves out what energy and what time I have for the other people in my life, right? So it's not even like you have to think, oh, I don't want to talk to that person anymore. You just say, I really want to talk to these people. I want to nurture these relationships more because I just, for whatever reason, value it, or just they vibrate so high. It makes me feel so good. So it's almost like a natural process, but I do it intentionally to continue to live in the environment and the energy that I want to be in.
Yeah. It's like that feeling when you hang out with someone, you're like afterwards so pumped up, you're inspired, you're set up for success. And then on the flip side of that, you hang out with someone and after you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoo, this is not the energy for me. So just be mindful, be aware of how someone makes you feel, and if it's worthy of your time. Because listen, we all are busy human beings, and who we allow into our world is really precious, and it should be met with value and respect. So just making sure that you're allowing the right energy in your space. All right, let's move it along to technique number 4. So this one is my absolute go-to every time. Practice gratitude. No matter what type of mood you're in, gratitude will automatically shift our frequency. It will shift our mood. If I'm feeling down and I just take 2 minutes to practice gratitude or write 3 things, automatically I'm releasing oxytocin and I'm feeling better. It transforms our neural pathways from scarcity to abundance and from fear to love. It is such a powerful technique, and it is readily available to you anytime. Actually, in this present moment, it's here and now. And just all the things to be grateful for. I mean, just starting with the 2 of you elevates my vibration of like, wow, I get to spend time and energy with these 2 and raise my vibration a couple days a week. I mean, I feel very, very lucky. And one thing that I may have shared on previous podcasts is, how do I implement gratitude into my day and make it a habit? Because it does make you feel so good. And if I could wake up every day and feel good, wouldn't I want to be intentional and try that? So I said, all right, what's one thing that I do every day that I could easily have it stack on? And it's brushing my teeth. So in the morning, recommended time is 2 minutes. I have my electric toothbrush that times it for me. And I turn that on and I go through what I feel grateful for. This is before I do anything else. I'm brushing my teeth, I'm raising my vibration, and I'm feeling good. Now, on the flip side of that, at night, I got to do the same thing. That's the recommended dose. So at night, I'm bringing in gratitude, but in forms of affirmations. So it's just rewiring and resetting how I want to feel. So gratitude practices increasing activity in the brain, which regulates stress and boosts dopamine, the feel-good chemical. So, ladies, I want to hear from you and your experience with gratitude. So, Kat, you speak about, your morning rituals. Yeah. How does gratitude show up in your daily rhythm? And how does it impact your energy throughout the day?
Okay, first of all, everybody needs to know, Brianna has the most impressive way of intentionally structuring her life that alone could be this entire episode, and it probably needs to be at some point in time. For me, I use my mornings to do gratitude and appreciation and care. Okay, so I intentionally, that in the morning, I get up, I get my dogs situated, I sit outside with them when they are doing their business, and I really try to soak up, like, what's it like out today? Is the sun shining? Is it not? I really try to get in the present moment, and I will always do a gratitude journal, and appreciation, and then what am I excited about for my day? So that's my morning, gratitude, appreciation, excitement. And then in the evening, I kind of do a little bit different. The evening for me is I celebrate my successes from the day, no matter how small they are. I do connection. That is when my husband and I sit and we reconnect and talk about our day or whatever thoughts we had during the day. And then that is also where I intentionally use that time to release the day's events, so that when I get to bed, I'm already, all released out. It helps me ease into sleep much better. So morning is to build up, and then evening is to celebrate and calm down.
Love that. That's so intentional, so purposeful, and you are the co-creator of
Yeah.
your reality.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful thing. So,
Yep.
Miss Jen, what is one gratitude exercise our listeners can try for the next 7 days that might shift their energy and their emotional resilience?
Okay, I've got two, right? Because me. First things first. The first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, before you leave the bed, before you even check your phone, because we know you're doing that, right? Is I really want to encourage you to be mindful and start with something like, I thank the universe every day for the now, the new, and the beauty of what is. That's what I say. But doing something like that where before you do anything else in the day, like you're acknowledging this beautiful new day and you are giving gratitude and thanks for this day. You might wake up cranky, you might not have slept, it doesn't matter, but starting your day with this before you get out of bed, before you start to run 10,000 things through your brain, even more than they might be running, start with the gratitude. Now, new, and I say, and the beauty of what is. It just level sets everything for your day. So that's something you can try for 7 days and see how you feel going throughout your day. Another gratitude / affirmation thing that you can do is, again, those dry erase markers. If you are anything like me, your brain is running constantly and you're doing many things. So on my mirror, I have I am. And whatever I follow with that has to be positive and something related to gratitude, right? I am powerful, I am peaceful, I am present, I am successful, I am health, I am wealth, I am, whatever your I ams are that you're feeling in that moment. One I am, when you look in the mirror, whatever mirror it is, put in your hallway, somewhere you walk by all the time. And in that I am, not only are you reaffirming that to the universe of yes, you absolutely are, but you're also giving gratitude to that and therefore attracting more of that. So those are two things, really simple. They take seconds or nanoseconds in your day that you can build into your next 7 days to start to be more mindful and give gratitudes.
Oh, I absolutely love it. So there are your 4 techniques. Take one, just one. And I want to just kind of go a little more into the 4th one of gratitude, and actually using gratitude in a way where you can do a gratitude meditation or a gratitude visualization or gratitude in your journal. So you can do it in a lot of different ways. So if you would, with me, I would love to just practice a little gratitude here and now and ask you to close your eyes and just do a guided meditation with me. Short and sweet. I invite you to pause and join us in a quick reset guided meditation. Close your eyes and breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth and feel the ground beneath you. Bring to the mind one thing that you're so grateful for. Let it expand in your heart. Smile softly and feel that shift. That's the power you hold every single day. Now wiggle your toes and bring your awareness back to your body and gently open your eyes. Thank you for joining us, beautiful souls. Keep shining, keep releasing, and keep raising your vibration. Until next time, stay conscious and stay creative. And before we go, we want to hear from you. Which of these techniques will you start using this week to shift your energy? Comment below or tag us on social at Conscious Creator Community with your favorite takeaway. Share this episode with a friend who needs a reset or to raise their vibration. We are so grateful for each and every single one of you and the beautiful energy you bring to this space. Your presence, your growth, and your light matters. Until next time, keep choosing consciousness, keep choosing creation, and keep choosing you. See you guys.